This is one more real life example of communication process come cycle. Warning is, don't share this video with your mom. You can share it with your dad, I don't mind. The dad will understand what exactly the communication process is and where is the barrier. In this communication process, there is a barrier and you have to point it out when you explain it by taking the same example or similar example in your performance. Now what happens? There is one husband who is sitting in the house, is trying to eat his lunch. As soon as he takes one morsel, he understands that in the bhaji there is no salt. But he doesn't have that daring to directly ask his spouse, his wife, that give me salt, because he has the fear. As usual, every husband is scared of wife. Now what he does, instead of asking about the salt, he asks his wife that can I get a piece of pickle please, because we all know that pickle is salty. So here the wife says, oh, that means this particular lunch is not tasty. It is tasteless. That's why you are asking for pickle. In this real life example, what is the problem? Who is the sender first of all? The husband is the sender. What is the idea? Which idea is generated in his mind? The situation, the problem is that he eats one morsel and he understands that the lunch or the bhaji is having no salt. So by this one idea or thought occurs in his mind that I want salt so that I should enjoy the lunch. But there is one barrier in his mind, that how can I ask to my wife for salt, because she would be angry. And in order to not invite her anger, indirectly he says, why don't you give me a piece of pickle? But you know the receiver is wife, and she takes it otherwise, and she says, so you want to say that the lunch is not tasty. Sender, the husband, the gullible husband. Second thing, the idea is generated in his mind because there is no salt in bhaji. The same idea is converted into face-to-face communication, verbal method. So face-to-face communication is the channel or the medium of this particular communication process, and verbal is the method, oral method, right? And here the receiver is wife, but intention of the sender was that he wants salt. He doesn't get salt. Instead of that, he gets the threat. So do you think that also you want to say that the lunch is not tasty? So this is not intended feedback by the sender, that is the husband. So here there is a barrier. Now which is the barrier? Barrier is of fear. Now fear, the husband is fearful. He has the fear that how will his wife react, and in order to avoid her anger and reaction, he simply or indirectly asks for the pickle. But you know the feedback is not again intended because the wife is angry. So anger and fear, these two are the psychological barriers that are working over here. Now you have to tell me the solution in this particular situation in the comment box. What the husband should say so that he should get the salt and enjoy the lunch. And let me tell you, this is not the story of my house. Good luck.